You said in July that we must explain our actions persuasively and mentioned that there were fewer and fewer people in the world who were around when NATO was created and understood in the years following the creation why we still had it, and that this is a crucial element of making people understand why we do what we do. So do you think that the public diplomacy element of strategic concept would be very important?
Very much so. I think that that is a very important part of it because as I mentioned, we are democracies, and that requires the people supporting it and understanding it, which is also a reason not to write some kind of a very turgid document, and that the Washington Treaty is really written in a very plain kind of a way. Harry Truman was known for plain speaking. That was how it started, and I do think that we are going to have to and want to have a public diplomacy aspect to it. I have believed in that across the board in terms of, when I was Secretary of State, of really having a dialogue with people, being able to answer questions, and having a transparent process. I think that's very important.
Well, at NATO Review, we've tried to kick that off by asking for questions to be put to you. So if I may put a couple of questions that have come in from the public about this. And the first is from Gerard Smadja from France, who asks, should ensuring safe access to natural resources for all member states in NATO be part of the organization's role?
Well, I think this is the kind of an issue that's out there longer range in the 21st century in terms of energy or how we deal with environment and whether we deplete natural resources. But I think, again, this is the kind of a question that I want to put to the other experts and see how wide-ranging we want to be. I do think that a lot of the 21st century is about the depletion of natural resources, and so I think it's a very good and interesting question.
And the final question is about gender. Previously we've had groups of wise men discussing this issue. Now we have a group of experts. And Raymond Lloyd in London asks about the role of women. He says the UN called in October 2000 for women's full participation in conflict resolution and peace building. How can NATO make that more of a reality?
Well, I think that it's very important. We have other women experts on our group, but generally I have believed that societies are more stable, able to deal with conflict resolution when women are politically and economically empowered. And I do think that it is essential for us to be looking at how to have more than half the population in all countries more deeply involved. I think that it is important to get women involved in conflict resolution negotiations and in the various aspects of work that are part of a NATO agenda. So I think people can count on me to raise those issues.
Madam Secretary, thank you very much.
Thank you.